Welcome to Horn's Eye Studios for another episode of 666 Seconds of Metal. And I got Shane here with me from Winnipeg, Manitoba. How's it going, Shane?
Not too bad, Pete. How about you?
Doing good, doing good. And we know these videos are 666 seconds or less. That's 11 minutes and 6 seconds. So we're going to get right to it and getting brutal, Shane. More death metal. Just loving some death metal. And wanted to do this one on these guys. Immortal Possession. Your brethren there, your Canadian
Hell yeah.
brethren.
Fuck yeah.
Some brutal Canadian death metal. And Chuck looking very scary in that picture there.
Very
for sure.
serious.
Very... So yeah, I've been a fan of this band, for a few years now. I mean, you're the one that turned me on to Votov, which is their other project. And it's just straight up old school death metal. I mean, nothing fancy about it, but done very, very well. And we've been on this tear with, death metal lately. So why not talk about Immortal Possession? They're from your area there, Winnipeg.
That's right.
They originally formed in 89. They put out 4 demos before disbanding in 95, but they played that Manitoba Metal Fest in 2016 and kind of got the bug again, and then ended up reforming in 2020. I know we talked about that when I interviewed them. The current lineup is Chuck Labossiere on guitar and vocals, John Duke on bass, Derek Kroll on drums, and Lee Armone on guitar. Super talented. Every one of them is fantastic. Really down-to-earth guys, too. A lot of fun. Chuck is intense, but was super cool. We were talking some poutine, Shane. I know you would have loved the conversation there.
Yeah, Chuck loves his poutine.
He does. Yeah, so it was a lot of fun talking to those guys, but incredibly talented, and you got to love it when a band is that good and they don't act cocky or anything like that. Love this album cover. I mean, I got the shirt because I love this album art so much that Chuck did the artwork, which is pretty amazing. I really, really dig the artwork there. And it's interesting, Shane, from my fiction writing, I wrote a song about the Resurrection Men. And when I interviewed them, I asked them about this because I saw the mort safe there on the grave, and of course Chuck was all about it. And I was like, oh, that's a trip. I just wrote a story about this whole concept, and we had done the Burke and Hare episode. So just a coincidental, but really cool. And I love the artwork. It's just really awesome.
Yeah, he's a very talented artist, and it looks really good.
Yeah, he's quite the character on social media too.
That's right. Yeah.
He's very vocal about his opinions, and
he likes his memes, likes to make memes, and have a good time.
He does. He gets very political, and I'm not very political anymore. So I just it's funny just to kind of sit back and watch it.
Oh, he loves it. He loves pushing the buttons. That's for sure.
He does. Now, they released this amazing DVD in 2021 called 30 Years Festering, which I totally love. And then they followed it up with the Resurrectionist in 2022, as I mentioned. Absolutely amazing album. I mean, really, really good stuff. Really like it. I did an interview with Chuck, John, and Derek in 2022, right after the album came out. And we're going to play some of that for you. The full interview is available now on the channel. So if you like, what you see, you can watch the entire interview, and I'll link to it in the episode description so you guys can just follow that and check it out. And Shane, they're on CDN Records out of Canada, which is fucking amazing, man. Just a great label.
Yeah, good stuff on CDN. Ritual, they're on CDN.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of really good CDN bands that I totally dig. And they do death and thrash. Corrosive is on CDN. And they've just got some really good bands on the label. So really, really like what they're doing. I know Joey mentioned them in the metal segment here just the other in the podcast this week, if you remember, that he's doing some stuff with CDN. So that's awesome.
Didn't you guys used to run promos from CDN at one point or other?
There was a guy from CDN that had contacted us about it, and then it kind of fizzled out and just never continued.
I thought it was familiar, yes.
Yeah, but I really like the label and love the stuff they put out. But we're going to play a little piece of this interview for you so you can see it for yourself. All right. Now, I know how you Canadians are with poutine. Now, the first time I heard that word, I thought it was like a pussy reference. You know what I mean? So I didn't know what. Yeah, exactly. So I'm like kind of laughing. I think Shane brought it up when we had him on the podcast, and I'm like, poutine, what the fuck is that? And then I'm Googling it, and I'm like, oh, shit, that looks really good. So for another Canadian episode, I think we did Legier, I made poutine. I ordered the mix off of Amazon from a Montreal-based company that's like a chain out there, and I bought the poutine mix. Of course, living in the Midwest, cheese curds, not a problem. All over the place, you know what I mean? So I came pretty close, I think, and it was really good. I really liked it. So I got to ask you guys, how do you take your poutine? Because I know it's different. You could put different stuff on it. Derek, what about you? Are you into it? Do you like it?
This guy here is my favorite food. He pretty much eats it every day.
Really?
I take it intravenously, actually.
We were joking around. That's like our biscuits and gravy, because here in the Midwest, biscuits and gravy is a thing. So I thought poutine is like Canadian biscuits and gravy, or biscuits and gravy is American.
Or maple syrup and pancake. It's definitely my comfort food.
So, but do you put anything on it that's weird? Because Shane was telling me there's like all this, like you could do a veggie, you could do whatever.
Oh, man. Sour cream sometimes. You can do so many things, man. Like I would like to put like crumbled bacon, and then I like to put feta, parmesan, and like cheese curds, and like I like to do all sorts of stuff, man. You can even put there's so many things you can do. Like.
Now my question, Chuck, since you're obviously an expert, I'm not. What kind of fries? Does it matter? I mean, can you use any kind of fries, or is it really...
The red ones are the best. The red ones for me. I think the red ones are the best, personally, as well. Yeah. I like the big gold potatoes. Those are good. Gold is good, too, but the red ones are good. Hey, but you know what me and Derek... Russets are really good. Hey, man, you know what me and Derek do? Every fucking... No, well, we do that, but you know what we do? We like to actually mix yams in there, too. Sweet potatoes.
Oh, wow.
So, so we started doing that recently, where we mix some yams in with our potatoes and make a mixture. And that's good, too. It is.
Wow.
It's nice to have the...
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Yeah, now I'm getting hungry now.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
But yeah, when I first moved out to the Midwest, I didn't know what biscuits and gravy were. And I went to a truck stop and saw somebody ordered it. And I was like, man, what the hell is that? And I was like, holy shit, that's really good, but similar with, the gravy, of course, with biscuits instead of potatoes, but similar in, that it's dense and it's, like a comfort food type thing. So that's cool. Yeah, I had to ask you guys that. Anything you guys want to add? We talked about a crazy amount of stuff, and I knew we were going to have fun, and this was going to be a good... Well, you could tell from that interview, Shane, these guys are just a lot of fun. I mean, they're just a good bunch of guys, and it was just a really fun interview to do.
Yeah, they're very solid.
Yeah, they're definitely good dudes. So there you go. A great band to check out, Immortal Possession. If you like death metal, man, just absolute brutality. There's a great band to go check out. So
old school death metal all the way, man.
That's right. That's right. And if you like what we're doing, you could check us out on murdermetalmayhem.com on the podcast. We do that every week. And until next time, we'll see you guys around on 666 Seconds of Metal. We'll catch you in the mosh pit.
Horns fucking high.